Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel. And just like Nicola, there's something I want from you. Just the ability to put you on mute. Well, you have that ability with me, and I'm the man. Let's rehash.
It's train crash, babe. I can't look away. Shut up, press play on 90 Day Fiancé. 90 Day Fiancé. 90 days.
Hello, I'm Wilko, ready to give you all that trash, mess, and drama with Rehashed before 90 Days, Season 6, and we're up to Episode 5. Actually, we're off with a bang. No, scratch that. We're not off with a bang because it's Meisha and Nicola. A bang? Well, there's no way that they would let the big guy down like that. He's watching.
Nothing happened last night that we couldn't say that God is still proud of us, but there was definitely some heavy petting, but nothing that God would be mad at, no.
Okay, good. She did, though, hop into Nicola's bed for some heavy petting, and although Nicola doesn't even know what heavy petting is, so maybe he has lost the V-plates and he doesn't actually realize it just yet.
Kissing and hugging, of course, but no like a scene or something like that, no.
Meisha says this is the only relationship that she's been celibate in and she wants to bridge the gap. Oh, hot. If only Nicola would get out his bridge just for gap purposes only. I think she wants something this guy can't deliver. But again, she can't be shook by this. He's a 46-year-old virgin who wants to wait until marriage, and I'm not sure how lustful or affectionate you thought he was going to be. We saw the video calls in the previous episodes. I didn't think you were landing to be introduced to some Fabio type. Nicola's response, oh, you saw how many kisses I gave you last night. But you know what? They've got to make the most of this. And just like people on a Hollywood Homes of the Stars tour, they went on a walkabout to see their famous religious celebrities and where they'd been in the past.
It's so hard to imagine that thousands of years ago, Mother Mary would come here. It's almost like hard to wrap your mind around.
Jesus.
It's insane.
Yeah, okay, so some of us want to do a 3-hour bus tour in New York, pretending that we're living the life of Carrie Bradshaw, even though you can't sit on the steps, you know what I mean? Like, what's that rule? Let me sit on the steps and take a photo in my tutu. And then there's some of us who want to go and see where all these religious icons were. Meisha then finds out Nicola has been hiding a dirty little secret. It's nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? Because God would know.
I am shocked to find out that he has kept me a secret to everyone in his life. He's maybe ashamed of my past.
Turns out Nicola isn't really sharing a lot of information as to Meisha, and a couple of people know, but mum doesn't know, and one of his brothers doesn't know, and Meisha doesn't like being a dirty little secret. He then goes on with this shit.
Show me in the Bible where it say, go tell your brother that you need to tell him that I'm getting married with you.
Nicola, what's careless? Why are you laughing right now? What's funny?
Not laughing because I always focus on my brother. And they're not so important for our relationship. Let's be honest with you. Like my brother, let's say my brother will see you. Nicola, don't marry Meisha.
Do you think he might say that though?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, he might say that. Let's be honest, Meisha, that isn't your biggest worry. What if your previous marriage doesn't get annulled by the Catholic Church? That's going to be the real world killer in your relationship. Either that or you bringing more luggage and spreading your clothes out further, which is really going to tick Nicola off. This guy is so set in his ways, he's not going to change. So you trying to explain to him that it feels a little bit offensive that he hasn't been open and honest with his family about someone he's going to get married to isn't going to change how he thinks. He is set in his ways. The only way around this for Meisha is she grabs his Bible and scribbles some new things in there to try and get him to do stuff. And this, show me in the Bible where it says it. Fuck off, mate. Be a decent human and don't treat her like just a dirty little secret. That's the problem.
Now we're going to put big sign now in Nazareth.
Oh, yeah, be sarcastic.
No, honestly,
That's
is
good.
everything a joke? It's not normal.
None of this is normal. Meisha, tell me where it stopped being normal, because I'd like to backtrack and find out where the normal part was. Over your video chats, this guy seemed super arrogant. They hang out all day, and I think maybe that's a little bit too much time spent together in one hit, considering they haven't spent any time together before, ever. And Meisha, she doesn't even want to...
I'm not trying to rehash it again, but...
Oh, Meisha, there's always time to rehash things. Come on, honey. She feels feels that he is embarrassed to have her in his life. And I get it. You don't share that you're going to get married to someone, and he thinks that this is totally fine to keep this big secret from his family. He just thinks that she's hungry, Get her a Snickers bar.
I think you should go sleep, Meisha. You are so tired and you start to speak nonsense.
No, but that's the problem.
Do you want me to order for you something to eat, Meisha?
No,
Oh my God.
I'm not hungry.
So he's treating her like a 3-year-old. You're hungry? You want a nap? Can someone warm up Meisha's bottle? I gotta feed her, burp her, and put her to bed. Meisha would like to be validated, and I don't think Nicola is going to be the kind of guy who's going to validate any of your feelings. He's just going to get to the point where he just kind of concedes because he's, done with you trying to get him to understand your point of view. And he doesn't want to understand your point of view. No. You know what he wants?
You're the most cute when you're mute.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're the most cute when you are mute. Wow, it's a toxic thing to say and think, but kind of iconic, and I want it on a shirt. Meisha points out, and rightly so, that he does and says these things just to deflect from anything that he's doing. Like, it's all on Meisha. She's just a crazy, hysterical woman who puts all of her shit everywhere. Well, she does actually put all of her shit everywhere, but that doesn't mean that she's crazy.
It's important for me to show to Meisha that I am the man. A woman cannot control a man. I just want relaxation from Meisha. She started to bother me.
Oh, a woman cannot control a man. Meisha, you're telling me that during all of your video calls and the time that you've spent together chatting back and forth over all this time, that you didn't get the vibe that this was the guy? Oh, I think he would have shown his true colors, and it's not just now. To be honest, I just want relaxation from Meisha. She's annoying me right now. She wants to talk about her feelings and your future together. Yeah, I could see how that would be fucking annoying. I'm surprised it took me this long, but officially, Nicola is in the bin. And for the big two reasons, I would say you're cute when you're mute. That's a big one. And the other one is him sort of trying to put her in a place because he's the man and she needs to learn that her place is the woman and he is the man. Close the Bible. Over with Tyree, and it's getting hard to continually feel bad for this guy. And stick with me before you come for a cult leader. The producers have told him what is going on. It's a man. He admitted that this man has catfished you for money, and you've created this narrative in your head that Christian isn't the guy who catfished you. Christian is Carmela's boyfriend who is holding her captive. No, that's the story that Tyree is locking in there.
But I was also maybe thinking, what if, Carmela was, in prison or something?
Seriously.
I know, it sounds crazy.
I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh.
It sounds
No,
crazy
let me
because it
explain,
is.
though. Because, you know how when people are in prison and they need somebody to, talk to because they're, locked up? Maybe she got out and maybe her husband found out or something.
Yeah, you're delusional.
Tyree, it's awful what has been done to you, but no, it didn't. No, she isn't. Tyree is living in some telenovela that I would absolutely watch and die for the drama, but this isn't the case. Imagine if I have to eat my words and she's actually being held captive right now in Israel and Christian's just her abusive part. Really, if I have to eat my words, how could you be mad? The drama would be incredible. Even his sister, Lashanti, just keeps saying to him, you're delusional. You're in this delusional stage. If Carmela was real, wouldn't she have sent you a video or at least a message or something? Lashanti has been doing some research, though. She found out that the pics of Carmela are actually taken from an escort page. Apparently, this escort works all over the US. What a flex. They find these numbers that they could call. Tyree gets emotional again, throws away his phone. He then thinks that Christian, maybe not a boyfriend holding Carmela captive, but could be her pimp. So it's very hard to watch. All of it makes me feel bad, but I don't know how much longer I can feel bad for this guy when he refuses to see the hand that is in front of his face. We've all had these levels of denial in our lives, but this really takes the cake. He calls the number, but Carmela didn't answer because it was a blocked number. Again, that was his narrative. Yeah, that's absolutely why. Tyree is confused still, but it seems so simple to me. The answer was revealed in the first episode. You've been catfished. It's awful. But maybe the reason that 90 Day Fiancé keep following this particular story is because maybe there's like a huge twist at the end of it. Maybe we're all going to look like fools. Let's get to David and Sheila. I really kind of ship this relationship. Anyway, David is panicked in the Philippines, but when he holds on to Sheila, he feels peace. And I am living for this relo real hard. The communication is a struggle, and the guy at the restaurant has no idea what the fuck is happening. Look at this guy's face. David is concerned about how the restaurant looks, but that should be the least of his worries right now, considering Dave needs to pee, and how about them not being able to get into the bathroom? Look at this guy's face when he either, one, breaks the key off, or just doesn't have the correct key. He's like, oh... sorry. Your food will be ready soon. David then has to just like piss in the alley.
Maybe you can there, okay?
Legally, I don't think you're allowed to piss in an alley, but we've all done it. The difference is, and it's a huge jump to shit in an alley that he already seems sus about. In my travels, some of the dodgiest looking places have been the best food. If it starts to move things along in his bowels, then back to the alley we go. There is a weird vibe after the piss in the alley situation, but I guess we can put it all down to travel and tired, and let's just get into the hotel room where things are starting to get a little bit naughty. Pushing 2 single beds together? Stop it. Even though the room doesn't really live up to David's romantic standards, you know, doesn't look like the way it was advertised on the internet. Although, can we blame the romance being killed because of the rooms? Because maybe putting the beds together was a waste of time. Turns out David's a gobbler.
I noticed that David is very loud eating. Parang tunog baboy.
David is excited as it's 3 years since he's had sex, but really, Dave, have a shower, honey. You've traveled all this way and you're like, oh, I could have a shower, but I just want to be in this moment. That's not me, sweet baby angel. I'd be like, I don't care if I'd showered 2 hours prior. I'd be like, you know what? Before we're going to do anything, I kind of need to like wash my filth. All right, I guess we have to talk about Gino and Jasmine, because I guess we have to talk about it. Gino has been kicked out within 2 days of being in Panama because Jasmine was being asked about a prenup. The existence of a prenup, how do you feel about a prenup? And the answer was a really strong no. So because production can't get him to talk to Jasmine about these issues, he starts telling a barkeep all of his troubles, and he is informed that prenups are not big in Panama.
In our culture, very few people do prenup.
That's interesting.
Which is a cool story, and I have no affection for Gino, but why is a prenup such a bad idea? You are both clearly very untrustworthy and totally unstable, so I think this kind of legal precaution is smart for the both of you. I don't know what happened in Jasmine's past relationship, but she is terrified of prenups. But a prenup is just a legal document that can have any of the wording that you want it to have for both parties to be happy. Why is she so terrified of a prenup? Jasmine keeps talking about how Gino is her protector and she can't leave him. Her daughter's advice is, why don't you drink some water and calm down?
¿Por qué no tomas un poco de agua y tratas de tranquilizarte?
I agree with, but it's almost as good as the advice as Nicola with Meisha saying, maybe you should have a lie down and I'll get some din-dins for you. Why is it? When Jasmine cries and she says that she loves Gino, I just don't buy it. Anyway, they finally meet up and she apologizes, which is actually interesting. She also promises not to attack him, which is a nice thing to do in a partnership. Look, for me, it's a given. Like, I'm not going to attack my partner, but it's good that she has set that at the start of the meeting. Anywho, attacking him or not, it doesn't really matter because she wins anyway.
So I'm thinking that I might forget about the prenup. I don't want to risk losing you, you know.
I'm impressed. Like, this is the Gino that I fell in love with.
Yeah, sure, it's the Gino you fell in love with, the one who just does what you want. That's the Gino you love, the one who gives you the money and the things and just says yes. I can't believe after all this, he just gives in.
Actually, if Gino was going to insist on it, I was willing to sign up the prenup. But I'm so thankful I shut up my mouth and let him talk first.
Look how happy she is that she gets what she wants. I'm so happy that I just didn't concede. And you know what that's taught me? I'm going to keep doubling down on all the things that I want and never let him win, because eventually I've kind of figured out that he'll just give in. Gino, according to you sweet baby angels who have informed me of previous seasons, has done some of the most heinous things. In fact, I don't know why Jasmine is still with him. And there's all this confusion as to like, did those photos he shared get her fired, or did she leave her job before? Anyway, none of that matters. They shouldn't be together now.
Will you consider having a will?
Are you kidding?
Oh, Will!
No, I'm not, baby. Because let's say that you die. I'm going to be alone in the United States.
All right, let's get to this will thing in a second because, okay. So Jasmine says that she doesn't think that she's the most important thing in Gino's life. Okay. She's super stoked that she gets her own way. And then she goes, you know what? I don't like prenups, but you know what I do love? Wills. Wills that leave me everything just in case you have like a trip and fall accident. I don't know about you, sweet baby angel, but if somebody seems quite aggressive in a relationship and they don't want to sign a prenup, but they do want me to sign a will even before we get married, we're leading down a path of, are you gonna murder me? I don't understand how she can't want a legal document like a prenup, but she wants a will in case he dies suddenly. This is wild. She got what she wanted. She couldn't just even take the win. She just wanted to keep pushing to make sure that she has all the cash that she needs when Gino eventually has a tragic accident. I read somewhere that they're so in love in real life and this edit is apparently just making them look dysfunctional. Well, congrats to the editors, because I only see dysfunction. There is not one part of this relationship that seems genuine to me. So if that's true, great editing, guys, because you've completely fooled me. Let's get to Christian and Cleo. Christian has revealed to his family that the woman that he is seeing and in love with is trans, and he's mad that they're not as supportive as they should be. It's no shocker with the amount of small-minded people in the world. Like, how does it affect you at all that Christian's partner is trans?
And they were supportive, but after my family found out that Cleo was trans, caused somewhat of a rift between me and some of my family members. They've said some things about Cleo and I's relationship that are pretty hurtful, nasty comments, like, oh, pretending to be a woman. Things like how, like, I would be affected in, like, public.
How does it affect you, Christian's family? How does it affect you? I'm not a parent, but here's what I would like. If my child was with someone that they loved and that person that they loved treated them the best, like they were gold, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter about their hair color, doesn't matter about their gender. It just doesn't matter because it doesn't affect you. Their happiness is their happiness. His friends don't seem to think that he would be able to give up his family, no matter their views, for his trans girlfriend, which is concerning. His friends aren't being judgmental at all, which is lovely to see, but they are concerned that maybe Christian isn't strong enough to be in a relationship like this, which does bring a lot of judgment. Cleo's Christian arrival prep involves bringing her pussy bag to the Airbnb, and she explains that she is worried that he isn't strong enough to be with a trans person, and to be honest, same hun.
But are you excited to hug her and kiss her for the first time?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
But this just happens to be like the first time I'm meeting somebody. Like, imagine if you went on a first date. Hi, nice to meet you. You know, so.
Well,
you guys did talk about it?
Yeah, we did. I kind of like, just was like, would it be all right if like we just kind of like feel everything out, you know, to start? And she's definitely weirded out. I kind of threw her.
Yeah, because I'm guessing in the lead up to this, you've probably delved into some sexual, flirty chat. So all this build up, and for you to get there and go, hang on, no touchy. I get that that's your prerogative and you can say that and that's something you can want. But right before you get there, this is the mindset and she knows the conversation that you've had with your family. Yeah, that would make me feel weird too. I also get what he is saying about like, you got to see if there's chemistry, which I totally agree with. And I am just assuming, and I should never do that in these shows, sweet baby angel, but if you're going all this way, you would know that there's at least like a banter. I reckon you guys have said I love each other on the phone, and for somebody that you're claiming to love to then go, I don't know if I want your cooties, that's a huge red flag.
Do I kiss her when I first meet her, or do I wait? You know, these feelings that I get from my family, they're really weighing down my excitement, and I don't like that.
Objectively, you should be able to look at your family and go, hey, it just seems like you're pretty transphobic. I don't know if I want to be around family members who are transphobic, and yet he's letting them, but then he's letting them change his feelings towards someone that he's going to meet and says that he's like infatuated with. He also goes on like connection. There's got to be a connection. Like, I don't know. If you're going all this way, it must feel serious enough for you to want to be with this person, but then you also seem super unsure. These things don't mesh for me. All right, we're going to talk about Riley and Violet, and Riley is still pissed that Violet has made plans to not be with him, even though he went all this way to see her. And his friend has some really great advice.
I promise.
Yeah, don't be blinded by that beauty or booty. All the stuff with Riley so far and Violet has just been him questioning her on everything. And yeah, no shit. You hired a private eye to dig for answers. Wait until she finds out. Like, no matter what this private eye finds, she's going to see this episode, and I'm pretty sure this relationship is donezo no matter what. Riley has brought her a ring as well. It lights up and everything. Maybe she might be more receptive to some bling like this that lights up instead of like the pearl necklace you got her, and that's not a euphemism. She hated it. The pearl necklace she was ready just like to throw straight in the bin. Look, they finally meet, and he tries to make his point that he's hurt and then she should make some more of an effort. That's it. He sweats a lot. They have this banter that's a very push and pull, like no one really wants to give in the relationship, and I'm really not invested in it because I don't understand what Riley thinks he's going to get out of it. Razvan and Amanda. Look, Amanda is still triggered that he is going to kiss someone in a music video. Or maybe he's not now. Did he say he's not? Yeah, okay. So he's not going to kiss someone because she doesn't like it. But here's the thing. He's acting. He's an actor. That's what he does.
Roswin has not been that considerate of me. Over the phone, he was
really?
so caring and listened to what I had to say. Roswin being so dismissive of my concern about him kissing another woman in his music video.
Amanda is so jealous and controlling. Look, we have to put her past aside for a second. I agree that he shouldn't have been speaking in another language that she wasn't going to understand about her. That's super gross. But Razvan has put himself into another relationship with someone who isn't secure enough in themselves or the relationship for him to kiss someone while he's acting. You saw this guy on Twitter being sexy AF, and that's his job, right? He dances for tips, which is what I do too. Our ways to go about it are very differently. Like, I put on more, like I button up, and Razvan does the opposite. You can't expect him to change the way that he makes money. He's not even asking to be in like a super sensual, over-the-top, coordinated sex scene. It's a kiss. Anyway, he cries in the car because he loves her so much, and he feels that she just doesn't understand that he needs to do this shit for his work.
I invest my love in you, and one day you just tell me you leave because I was also hurt in the past with the same thing, you know?
Why are you so emotional right now?
Because I love you so much and I don't want to be hurt.
Is Amanda asking him why he's emotional because she wants to know, or is she asking him as some kind of judgment like, why are you so emotional right now? I can't tell. She has gone through hell. Her children, her family, hell. But why have you gone all the way to Romania to just bring this guy down? I don't know. I don't know why. A lot of it seems just kind of mean.
I'm sorry that I did what I did.
Which really doesn't feel like an apology or explain it. Anyway, they both say I love you, and we're really kind of in the same spot. Amanda, you are not ready to be here after what you've gone through. And that aside, you are never going to want to be with someone who has a job that has other people thirsting after them. Razvan has put himself in a position in like social media, building his body, acting, music. His job is for people to like love him or lust for him or want to be him or be with him. And I don't think you're secure enough to be with someone like that. And with that, we wrap up. And the next episode just around the corner, oh, I'm actually really excited.
She just walked out of a wet dream.
Will you walk out of a wet dream with me in the next Rehash, Sweet Baby Angel? I hope the answer is yes. Like, subscribe, comment with all of your thoughts and feelings below, and share the video. If you want to support Rehash, you can with a super thanks, or become a member and get videos that aren't open to the public, and you get to see everything first. Plus, there's a live video that we're going to do probably like a day after I drop this one. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you in the next Rehash, Sweet Baby Angel. Oh, bye-bye.